Good morning. I would like to speak today about our new verticals, finance tax. What it helps is we have a tax submissions. That's what we can get from our doc-intel, and this is further extended to the financial planning. I will see you the workflow, the agentic workflow that what we put together. Underlying, there is a, very good architectures in place. That stock intels goes with the OCR, right? So there's a extractions from that all the documents. Say for example, there can be bank documents and many other documents that can come in place, right? So for example, I'm just showing you one, and there can be tax return, mortgage statements, right? Then W2s, then property tax assessments, right? That can come from the counties, or the retirement statement, right? Brokerage statement, charitable donation receipt. All of these things you need as a part of your tax return, right? So what we try to do there is, as a part of our financial planning, we put together a workflow. With that workflow, you can get the entire tax submission documents for as a CPA packets. So either you submit by your own or you go to the CPA. You can take a look and put the values over there. Everything is editable, so in case that anything is not been extracted properly, right, so you have an options to always human in the loops to edit the stuff. The way it works is, there are a lot of deterministic rule. That's what we put as a part of regular expressions, and that helps extracting the right data sets, because these are mostly the labels and the values, and then with the right, then on top of that we have AI reasoning in place, and ultimately there's a review, human in the review for the approvals. So let's look at our I already, if when we run this one, right, the run readiness packet, it creates, for example, I'm just running this one for the sake of showing you, but I already ran it. I will gonna go over there, so that might be easier for you to do that. If you take a look the entire stuff, right, there's overview, what are the documents that are considered for these things, right, those are also there. There's a few approval that's I worked earlier, so there's a client profile that it gets created and you can also edit. There's a tax organizer. Underneath the tax organizer, bank statement, credit card, for prior year return, mortgage interest, you can go to each of these things and you can find out all the information is getting populated, right? Say mortgage interest, and then W2s, and then property tax, and then the retirement statement, brokerage, charitable receipt, and all of these things. So that's they, and you can always safely save all of these things, right? That's how it comes. Then what it does is it calculates your net worth, right? A net worth, then it creates your cash flows, right? Then retirement has a retirement readiness packets that it creates from what are the your starting balance, ending balance, and a lot of different things. Those are part of this process, right? You're gonna get this, and you have, then it creates your advisor questions, right? So advisor questions, in a sense, that's a whole bunch of questions. That's can you provide confirm that 1009 income forms is given, right? So advisor asks these questions to ensure that AI advisors, so that you can submit and put these documents in place. And so and the questions and the reason, right, why it's needed, right? So this is typically what it comes as a part of your product. Now, you can add questions or anything the CPA can add. Can you provide confirm cash checking and saving balances, right? As a part of the net worth, this is needed. Can you provide confirm credit card, auto loans, student loans? And what I did not do is, for example, I have a auto loans. I did not put that, right? So any other debt, because that what happens is, as a part of your net worth, that comes as a part of a liabilities section. So I will show you that. You see there is a, in the net worth section, there is a something called the add assets, then there is add liabilities. You can add those liabilities, and if you upload the documents, then it basically captures this as a part of your assets or liabilities, right? So that's what the advisor questions, lot of questions that it creates by its own, the way it finds out and tags the all the informations, that's as a part of when document get ingested, right, we there is a classifications. So based on the classification, it understands what are the documents that's being uploaded over there. Is a part of the financial planning. It basically checks whether all the documents are being uploaded or not. If not, these are the reason that it is important. All of these things it gets flagged. So these are the typically called the AI reasoning. So AI reasonings in place, and based on the AI reasoning, so you can get that. So now readiness scores, missing items also it mentioned that these are the things you might wanted to consider. So it's a guidance. And then you can add or you the prior year comparisons also, right? There is one of the, and this is called the advisor packet. So once the advisor packet in place, right, so you see that's what are the guardrails, different documents that are there. Ultimately you can advisor download the advisor packets as a PDF, right? So these are the options: download markdown packets as a MD file. Then you must have to approve, right? Means that you don't necessarily need to approve right now. You can check the entire stuff and then you can do, then approve. What I wanted to show you, I already have a approved packet which I did the exercise earlier. What I can do, I can open that packet and then I can save an advisor packets by modifying some of the things, right? So which you might wanted to do often time. And just in case that you think that's okay, my packet I need to withdraw, you can click the withdraw and then that packet will get be deleted, right? So that is the way you can run the workflow. Then with the approved packet you can also do the net. So the what is the important pieces, all the information that are needed for the tax submissions, right? So all the informations are here. So I wanted to go to one of the save item, for example the bank statement. It is basically for the net worth, right? Say for example the credit card statement, it is for the net worth. You can have a multiple credit cards you can put, and what are the documents that is being added is there. So the prior year returns, it gives you some information. Mortgage interest, so that's it, that tells you all the details, and you have an options to edit. Say mortgage has a mortgage interest received, outstanding mortgage principal, real estate tax paid. These are some of the important informations which are basically oftentimes you need. W2 you need, say whatever the information from the W2 you can put, you can edit and everything you can do, right? I hope it explains basically how our entire workflow works. Our financial readiness workflow works. So most importantly, what you need to know that when you first need to upload the document, when you upload the document, each of the document has a classification. Like for example, this is called as a bank statement, this is called a credit card statement, this is called the tax rate. It automatically classifies when you upload, because it knows the rules. That's what are there are a lot of rules that's being payment put based on the document, whatever the information available, it classifies the mortgage interests, right? For example W2, it understands, classifies, and based on this tool, basically we have the EI later on comes in place as a part of the process, and basically do the reasoning on top of it. So that's how it is, and that's our generic for any documents you do have, right? For example, I'm going to this mortgage summary. I go to the summary page, I can create a summary for this one, right? I'm just showing you that's how beautifully that's you can do that, and it would give you executive summary. If you wanted to key points, that means that what are the different things that it considers, and it would gonna give you by that information. Then key points by sections, all of these things. It means each of the documents, right, you can get all the details. That's we always have a chat options, right? So and from where we can do the conversations, right? So as a part of the conversations you can ask any question. Say who are client, tell me uh, retirement statement ending balance. I'm just giving one of the items. That I did not exercise these things, but still I just ask a questions. What I would like to show here is it would gonna give you some of the informations, right? So whatever the information really does not matter. I did ask a lot of questions earlier. So based on that, as a part of the conversational frameworks, that we have a short and long term memories, right? And based on that, it knows the earlier context, and based on that, it gives the generic features for our doc intel. It is also available for all the document that you do have. You can have any questions you can ask, and you can verify. And based on that, the packet, your financial packet, if you see that the information is not quite good, you can always edit and can work on that, right? Hope this would be helpful for all of you. It's a conversational framework. It's a workflow, agentic AI workflows. So that helps in the next paradigms of our financial planning. Thank you.